Lasowski, Schaefer, Pittman, Tatnall, all among the big movers here as we get into the waning laps of this race. Terry McCarl will be thinking about receiving the white flag here very shortly in car number 24 as he races through traffic. Gets up, catches the cushion with the right rear, and there is the white flag. One more time around. He's in deep, deep traffic.
Boy, he really is. And again, these sprint car drivers, no radios, no rear mirrors. He does not know how close second place Hannigan is. Well, he might be looking up at the monitor as he goes down the back straight over the big billboard there.
His lead at the white flag was 1.8 seconds. Terry McCarl is going to do it in front of the home fans with a fist pump in the air as he accepts the checkered flag. Terry McCarl is the winner at Knoxville.
Nothing like winning on your home track, winning a World of Outlaws race. Look at that.
Fans are going to be happy. They're going to be loving it here. He's got a lot of fans. Of course, you accumulate that when you win 6 championships at a racetrack. And, you know, it's fitting on Father's Day, with Father's Day coming up, that Terry McCarl's going to win this one. Leonard McCarl, his father, a crew chief, active here tonight on the 1Z car of Dusty Zomer. And I'm sure Leonard will share some joy here with his son, Terry. Big thumbs up for Terry. There's the 1Z car of Dusty Zomer. Dusty coming home, I believe, 15th unofficially here tonight in the car tuned by Terry's dad. So Terry McCarl is the winner. We will hear from Terry McCarl, who mastered the reworked racetrack that allowed him to use a little bit more of it. Here's the move that got it done. Terry McCarl around the outside as Hannigan got hung up. And that, sports fans, was your race.
I heard Stacy.
McCarl taking a victory lap. Brad, you know what that's like.
He is pumped up right now. He's coming out of turn 4. He knows the crowd's on their feet cheering for him.
And you can hear they love it. He got it spun around, wasn't able to do more than one donut, but not bad.
That's considered a complete 360, I would say.
Nice job by Terry McCarl. Excitement from the fans, excitement down in the pit area for that team, and what a nice win for Terry McCarl. Hasn't had the best season. I think he would probably admit to that coming into the standings. In 13th tonight, he's going to leapfrog Jason Sides, move into 12th in the point standings, and now they'll push him over toward the winner's circle.
But if you're only going to get one win or get a win, you want to do it at home in front of your hometown crowd and your sponsors.
Yeah, and I'm sure, as you would expect, there are some big expectations when you come home to a track that you've been so strong at. Sean Buckley is down in the winner's circle, and he'll get the first word with T-Mac.
Yeah! All right, guys, thanks a lot. You know, he's getting out of the car right now. Very, very happy crew and driver. And Terry's getting out of the race car. Gets a kiss from his wife. What a well-deserved win here in front of the hometown crowd. Terry McCarl, a fantastic drive here tonight. Congratulations. The 6-time Knoxville champion here wins an outlaw race. It's been a long time coming.
We've just had unbelievable bad luck the last month or so, but you know, I'm not in the hospital. My brother Tom's fighting cancer, so I get to race a sprint car for a living. So no matter how bad your night is, it's not too bad, I guess.
Talk about that pass for the lead. You stayed up top. Did you know it was going to be the golden trail there, trying to get around Randy?
I just kept trying to run in on the yellows, and Randy's out in the lead. He was just kind of a sitting duck if something else changed because he couldn't change the line. But, you know, I didn't care. We're not in the points anymore, and we came to win the feature for Big Game Tree Stands, Boswell Poultry, all our sponsors, Ground Max, and I don't know what to say, man. RiverCashAdvance.com, all the guys stuck with us. I've been really scared. A lot of them are going to leave us, as bad as we've been doing. But, you know, Todd Curry and the family, everybody's been sticking by us, and I can't say enough for them.
What a very special night for you right here at Knoxville and on Father's Day.
Well, on ESPN, too. Forget Father's Day. My kids don't care. They just want more micro parts. But, man, I just don't. It's just awesome to be back in Knoxville. And glad that everybody at home got to watch this, and I hope it shows up good.
Guys, a very happy crew and driver down here in Victory Lane, Mr. Terry McCarl.
No question about it, Sean, referencing his sons Carson and Austin, who are racers in their own right, coming up through the ranks. Highlights of tonight's event. Chad Hillier spins in front of the leader, Terry McCarl.
Well, McCarl luckily was already committed to the top, gets around him cleanly there with no harm.
Steve Kinzer going up in smoke and then in fuego on ESPN.
Car's on fire as it blows oil out of the engine on the headers, ignites it, but he's okay. Pulls right up in front of the safety crew and
Heartbreak for Kerry Madsen in the 11H. Blows the left rear just when he was challenging for the lead.
It's just after a restart, looked like he was going to go after Hannigan. You see it there. The left rear tire blows, tire pieces flying through the air. He was able to change that tire, though, and restart at the tail.
In trouble for Darren Pittman, charging through the pack. Calvin Landis gets loose in front of him, and there's trouble.
Had a good run out of turn 2. Runs up over the back of Landis and spins the car out. But again, no harm. He was able to restart.
Donnie Schatz, the left side panel on the front wing is missing there. Did that affect the way he raced tonight?
Well, that side panel helps direct the air over and under that wing to give it downforce. Without that side panel, he's definitely losing some downforce off the nose wing.
Some great racing up front. Randy Hannigan, Terry McCarl, and Craig Delansky snuck into the picture here momentarily. That's as close as it got all night long right there. That is good racing.
3 cars going for the lead into turn 3.
And then McCarl goes to the outside, and he will make the pass when Hannigan got bottled up behind Dennis Moore Jr.
Yep, you could see it there. Had to get out on the throttle. Got pinched a little bit, and McCarl blasted by on the outside.
The hard charger of the race was Joey Saldana in the Open Joy's car number 9. He started way at the rear of the field in 23rd, charged up through there. Here he passes Jason Myers.
Moved all the way up to 6th. Moving all over the racetrack. That car working really well in the main event.
But Terry McCarl, hand out of the cage as he takes home the checkered flag. And a hyped crew, and his wife Lori is just giddy at this point.
Watching him take the checkered flag out of turn 4.
Great job by McCarl. He's your winner. Randy Hannigan, his best finish of the season in 2nd place. First time he's been in the top 5 this year. Craig Delansky 3rd. Danny Lasowski with a great run from 11th to 4th. Then Schatz, Saldana, Stevie Smith, and on down through the field. You see Dusty Zomer brought home a 15th. He's the Knoxville points leader.
Heard him say earlier to us, we talked to him, he was hoping for a top 10, but the cars, World of Outlaws cars of today and the way they're running, that's not a bad finish for that team.
Not at all. Steve Kinzer ends up 25th tonight. Despite that, he will maintain 6th position in the World of Outlaws point standings. Nobody was able to surpass him. Let's get it down to Sean Buckley, who's caught up with the Hurricane.
Well, the Hurricane, Randy Hannigan, almost the clean sweep tonight. 2nd in the heat, won the dash, 2nd in the feature. Tell us what happened in the feature.
Well, you know, I mean, it's just one of them deals. You know, we come out on a, pretty green racetrack. They reworked it after the dash, and, we threw something at it, and it, it worked for 18 laps, But, you're sitting duck when you're leading, and, you got the rest of the Outlaw guys on your butt, and, congratulate Terry McCarl, and, I wish I could have brought this home for Father's Day for my dad, but nonetheless, happy Father's Day, Dad.
It was good to see the 1X run up front again, I got to tell you.
Yeah, we're capable of running up front. We haven't, and this is a good building opportunity for us, and we're going to work on that. And maybe we can carry some momentum into the Nationals, and I think we found our Nationals car, and I got to thank Don Ott for the awesome horsepower. It's one of good pieces of his, but I think we'll get a little bit better here for the Nationals, and got to thank all them guys. Stage 8 fasteners, they come aboard, help us. And I got to just thank all my guys, Brown and Miller Racing Solution, Carbon Kenny, everybody. Hoosier gave us some good tires tonight, and Maxim Race Cars. You can't thank them guys enough.
Guys, he was runner-up here tonight, but he's got his eye on the prize, and that's the Knoxville Nationals.
Well, Randy Hannigan with a 2nd place finish. Was that a good 2nd tonight, Brad?
Well, I could sense some disappointment, Randy Hannigan. Sometimes when you run 2nd, if you think you had a 3rd or 4th, 5th place car, you bring it home 2nd, you're a happy driver. But if you think you should have won the race, you come home 2nd. I sense a little disappointment in Randy Hannigan's voice there.
Donnie Schatz still on top of the point standings, followed by Joey Saldana and Danny Lasowski, Darren Pittman, Jason Myers. Steve Kinzer still in 6th position.
6th position, look at that, 6 wins, but 366 points, that's quite a deficit this time of year.
Well, the World of Outlaws next Sunday on ESPN2, 12:30 Eastern Time. Mark it down, tell a friend. It's the Boot Hill Showdown from Dodge City Raceway Park in Dodge City, Kansas. You've been there before.
Yes, I have, and how appropriate that, the Boot Hill Showdown in Dodge City. The Outlaws going to Dodge City, Kansas.
Sounds like it was meant to be, doesn't it?
Sure does.
So that's a wrap from Knoxville Raceway. On back. And Brad Doty in the booth. And for all the hard-working folks behind the scenes, I'm Bobby Gerald. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Congratulations to our winner, Terry McCarl.
Down. Greg Biffle in the 16, Junior in the 8. This is back.
You're watching the ESPN Garage.
most coveted prizes in sprint car racing, the King's Royal. A race captured 6 times by the King, Steve Kinser, 3 times by the Wild Child, Jack Haudenschild, and twice by the Brownsburg Bullet, Joey Saldana. But absent from that list is a prominent name, World of Outlaws champ Donnie Schatz. Is this the year Schatz will finally be crowned king at the Big E? It's the 24th running of the King's Royal from Eldora Speedway. Next! From all over the world have filled every nook and cranny of Eldora Speedway for the 24th running of the King's Royal. Rossburg, Ohio is the spot where 50 of the best sprint car teams in the United States, Australia, and Canada have gathered in anticipation of a wild night of ultra-competitive racing action. Hello everyone, I'm Bobby Gerald alongside Sprint Car Hall of Famer Brad Doty, and we are pleased to be here for one of the big races in the world of sprint cars. If the Knoxville Nationals is the pinnacle, there are triple peaks that surround that pinnacle in the Williams Grove National Open, the Gold Cup, and the King's Royal. And without question, this is the biggest race in the super clean Summer of Money. The King's Royal, Brad, has really taken on a name of its own. It's become a race that every driver in the pit area wants to win. All the race teams are hyped about it. But how did it get there?
Well, back when this thing started, back in the early 80s, $5,000 to win race was pretty common for sprint cars. A $10,000 to win race was a big race. So when they threw out 50 grand to win this race, it got a lot of attention all around the world, and it has grown since then. And the list of drivers that have won this race, and honestly, Bobby, the racetrack itself, high banked, is very intimidating. So if a driver can win here and win this race, he's proven he's beaten some of the best drivers in the world, and he's beaten this racetrack.
Well, Donnie Schatz leads the points in the World of Outlaws powered by Q, the defending champion of the series, but he has never won this race. He's won the Knoxville Nationals, he's won the Gold Cup, he's won the National Open. This is the one missing from his resume.
Well, and this is one he wants, as do all the drivers, but you know, some guys, it just takes a while to really get comfortable, to know what to do to their race car to make that car comfortable to run up against the wall here, and that's usually the key to Eldora, is putting the right rear right up on the wall.
Well, the final tune-up for the King's Royal was last night here at Eldora Speedway. Let's look at the highlights. At the start, a little bit of a slow start here, but they all look for their own real estate going into turn number 1. It was the King, Steve Kinser, who got the jump on everybody, Brad.
He did get the jump, and that turn 1 is critical because if it gets strung out, it's hard to pass. So everybody wants to make something happen early.
There was one yellow flag in the 30-lap feature event, and it came when Tim Schaefer took a rock to the helmet. That slowed him down and tangled up Jack Haudenschild. He got caught up in the mess.
Yeah, Haudenschild, nowhere to go, backs it in the wall.
Schaefer was treated and cared for. He's back at the racetrack tonight, ready to race. Terry McCarroll challenged Steve Kinser, actually shot in front of him once, but Kinser was saved by the yellow, and then Steve Kinser came back to take home the double checkered flags and the win in the night before the King's Royal. Now, earlier tonight in time trials, this track really challenged each and every one of the teams.
Boy, to say it was treacherous is an understatement. A lot of cars, you can see, we talked about running the wall. Little close right there, the cushion right up on the fence, and several cars had a lot of trouble. This is in qualifying, banging off the wall. Including
Steve Kinser. Steve Kinser banging off the wall, so it wasn't just some of the younger drivers, but even the most experienced having a problem coming out of turn number 2 here during time trials for the King's Royal. Steve Kinser climbed out of his race car, and that's where our third member of the ESPN2 broadcast team, Sean Buckley, caught up with the King.
They call him the King. Why? Because he has won 6 of these King's Royal crowns here at Eldora Speedway. Steve, does this place still make you nervous?
Well, you know, it's all sort of right now, though, with format they run, it's sort of the luck where you get. We went through a late number qualifying, went out and hit the wall, and now we're messed up. We need to draw 6 and draw 5 inversion. So worst part about it is we're going to be in the first heat, and we'll water the track, and then, you know, can't do no passing after they water it. So if we'd got the 4th heat, we might have had a chance, but now we're in trouble all night.
So you're in trouble here. It's an uphill battle. What do we have to do to this race car to tighten her up and make it faster on the Big E?
Well, you know, like I said, if we want to, we've got a pretty fast race car. Just drew a bad number and then got out and got into the wall and messed things up, and you know, then qualified with one more spot, and I'd have been on the front of a heat, but I didn't make it, so it don't matter. So now we're in the back all night.
After all the experience you have here, do you still ever get comfortable here? Do you ever get comfortable with the high banks?
Oh yeah, I enjoy running here. It's a fun when you get up high and run. Like I said, just wish we'd been in the Ford heat.
Well, last night you won number 8. Tonight, $50,000 on the line.
Okay, we'll give it a try.
All right, Steve Kinzer here doing it. Watch for the 11 to be the front of the pack tonight, guys.
Well, Sean, Steve Kinzer, Brooke Tatnall, a couple of guys among the heavy names that missed the inversion, as they say. They're going to have to start behind the inversion in their heat races. One driver who got it right, though, tonight is our Q Oil top qualifier. That's the Mouse, Kenny Jacobs. You know him well, Brad. What was good about his lap?
Well, Kenny's one of those guys we talked about in the open. He's got a lot of laps here. He's pretty comfortable here. He knows how to get the car fast. Made nice, smooth laps, put the right rear up on the cushion, and turned a good qualifying lap in track conditions.
131 miles per hour and change for Kenny Jacobs with a time of 13.687, driving that number 29 car, all dressed up like the old Weikert livestock colors. We're at the Kings Royal in Rossburg, Ohio. It's the World of Outlaws, powered by Q. Super clean summer of money. The Kings Royal. Don't go anywhere. Lots of action to come. Beautiful evening for racing here at Eldora Speedway. For the super clean summer of money, this is the Kings Royal, and there is the crowd favorite, the wild child, Jack Hodenshield from Wooster, Ohio. Brad, you grew up with this man. There's a lot of things to like about him.
Well, there really isn't. A 3-time winner there. You've seen a lot of the Kings Royals. He was leading and had trouble late. He's a crowd favorite here because he puts on such a show. It doesn't matter where he starts. All these fans right here, he entertains them every time he's on the racetrack.
Well, he was entertaining the other night in the Brad Doty Classic at Lima, Ohio. Your race in the middle of the week. Another rim riding performance for the wild child, and he brought home the checkered flag, and you got to share some victory lane photos with him.
Yeah, it teased him just that day. He finally got his name on the winner's list for winning that race. He was running the cushion, had his elbows up, did a great job.
Well, without question, the World of Outlaws series is the most grueling in motorsports. Here's where these guys have been. If you look at the red dots, those are our Summer of Money dates for ESPN. The yellow dots are other World of Outlaws standalone races. 13 races in the last 29 days at 11 different racetracks to get us here to that red dot at the Eldora Speedway. Time now for the Mahindra Tractors Track Facts. Brad Doty, tell us about Eldora Speedway.
Well, and you see it's a half mile, but the banking, 24 degrees in the corners, that's what makes Eldora so unique. The corner speeds here are probably faster than any racetrack they run. They have reworked the racetrack. It is a clay surface. You see Craig Delansky with a track record, 12 seconds around here. That's getting around in a hurry.
And you have to be brave at Eldora Speedway. The brave guys come to the front. Time for heat race highlights. Things a little bit different with the top 3 only moving on out of the heat races. Heat race number 1 was pretty decent. Steve Kinzer going after Jack Hodenshield for a transfer spot, Brad.
Watch this Eldora slide job. He goes up, Hod sees him, he turns the car, gets right back under him, passes him back out of 2.
And that was the one shot that Steve had at Jack Hodenshield. Steve went low after that, and Hod got away from him. Craig Delansky, the crowd pleaser, winning heat race number 1. He moves on with Jason Myers and Hodenshield. Heat race number 2, Chad Kimmenaugh out in front in the 8K car. And watch Lucas Wolf in the 5W.
Not a lot of experience for Lucas Wolf, but he puts the Eldora slide job on Paulus there, clears him cleanly, goes up and bangs the cushion off of turn 2.
And Chad Kimmenaugh, as we talked about last week, filling in for Zach Chappell, wins the heat race. He, Wolf, and Brian Paulus were the transfers. Heat race number 3, Joey Saldana working in 3rd right now and going after Dean Jacobs.
Again, we see he dives to the bottom, lets the car slide all the way up to the top. Now, Dean Jacobs can do. He tries to get back under him, but Saldana too strong.
Joey with the special Mopar paint for this event. Brandon Wimmer wins the heat. Saldana and Dean Jacobs the transfers. That led us to heat race number 4, and good action in this one between Danny Smith and the madman Kerry Madsen.
Again, we see it. Kerry Madsen up, slides up. Danny Smith trying to get back under him. Wheel down the straight. Now watch going into 3 here. Danny may have let the car slide up, but no, he knows Madsen's out there, lets him go. Madsen squeezes by.
And Madsen showed some heart to keep his foot in it right there. That was a dangerous situation. Kerry Madsen, Danny Smith, and Dale Blaney were the 3 that made it out of heat race number 4. Heat race number 5, things get a little bit interesting. Paul McMahon from the last row gets a great start. Watch him slide across the group right in front of Terry McCarl, who had the onboard camera. Well, Terry took exception to that move, and later on, he chases down McMahon. This is a battle for second. Watch Terry as he passes him. A little salute to Mr. McMahon.
Argument there whether he was signaling turning left or what he was on. We get a replay of it here in slow motion. Letting him know he wasn't happy. Paul McMahon turns the car to the outside, goes back up to the cushion.
The good news is it was all fun and games afterwards. McCarl and McMahon smiling at each other and hugging each other. Terry said, "I'm only mad for a second," and then I gather my senses, I guess. Heat race number 6. All Donnie Schatz all the time in the 15 car.
Started up front, put it on the cushion, led every lap, drove away from him.
Jeremy Campbell and Darren Pittman, also the transfers out of that heat race. Time now for the Crane Cams Dash. The way they finish will determine the first 3 rows tonight of the starting grid. And let's look at the grid here for the Dash. Donnie Schatz and Jason Solwald will share the front row. In row number 2, it'll be Kerry Madsen, who made his first Kings Royal last year, alongside Brandon Wimmer, who took home $25,000 at the Skagit Dirt Cup earlier this year. In row 3, it'll be Chad Kemenaugh, who finished 5th last year in the Kings Royal, alongside the crowd pleaser Craig Delansky, who has 5 straight years of finishing in the top 10 in the A-Main at the Kings Royal. And so here we are. These 6 are the Elite 6 battling for the pole position for tonight's 40-lap Kings Royal. Donnie Schatz gets the jump from the start. Jason Solwald on the outside. It's a great race into turn number 1, Brad.
Did you notice how wide they were, though? Jason Solwald's going to squeeze through there. He was clear up on the cushion. Schatz was clear on the bottom on the start.
And the yellow flag is out. So a bad start. They're calling a jump by the pole car. Donnie Schatz, I believe, is what I heard over the radio.
Ooh, if that's the case, they may put him back a spot.
11H is going to go around the 15. And shaking things up here a little bit. Kerry Madsen goes to the front row, and that'll add some intrigue to the Kings Royal here tonight, moving Donnie Schatz back a row into row number 2.
And to add a little more intrigue, the track is really starting to change. We've run the heat races now, and the track was slicked off. Maybe starting to get some rubber, or at least the track's tightening up. It's got the dust blown off, so the track's actually getting stickier.
Looks like it's just about on the verge of laying some rubber down, if it hasn't already, in a couple of places out there on the track. So it'll be the Madman Kerry Madsen alongside Jason Solwald here for the start. Solwald still looking for his first World of Outlaws feature event win. Donnie Schatz gets a great start, and doesn't matter. From row number 2, he shoots to the front. Madsen off of turn number 2 leads him down the back chute as Craig Delansky tried to knock the wall down, and the yellow flag is out again.
Well, you saw in the shot there that Delansky did bang the wall coming out of turn 2.
The 15's going to go back up front, I believe, now, as they've called the 11H for a jump. That's what we're hearing. So now it'll be Schatz back to the pole. Kerry Madsen back to the inside of row number 2. Guys just anxious. This is such a big race. Let's go back and look at it. Here is the last start by Kerry Madsen, and you can see he made it to the line ahead of Jason Solwald in the R19.
But that's a tough call when Solwald's clear up at the top of the racetrack. But again, they can't go. They get that first line. But boy, that's a tough call there.
So we'll see if the 3rd time is the charm for Donnie Schatz. We go back to the top of the show where we reminded you that Schatz has won basically everything in sprint car racing except the Kings Royal. Is tonight his night? Jason Solwald looking for his first World of Outlaws career feature event win on a final night of competition.
Now that one couldn't have gotten any better, I don't think.
Good start. Schatz on the bottom. Slides across the groove to the top. Solwald tries to cut underneath, but Donnie Schatz will lead him down the back straightaway over Jason Solwald. Solwald just inches from the wall there with the right rear tire. You have to be so brave to run at this racetrack, Brad.
Well, you do, and I was a little surprised he didn't try the slide job getting into turn 1. He was right on Donnie Schatz's back bumper, but now he sees Schatz pulling away. He cannot try a slide job. You got to be right on the guy's back bumper to try that, which is just under him and slide up in front of him. Schatz pulling away.
It's only 5 quick laps here in our Crane Cams Dash as Donnie Schatz leads Jason Solwald. Kerry Madsen running in 3rd. Madsen was a hard charger, one of the hard chargers last night here as Darren Pittman officially won the award, but Kerry Madsen put on a show as well, charging up through the field. The Australian, as we mentioned, ran his first Kings Royal last year. He doesn't have a ton of laps here at Eldora.
No, he really doesn't. I said in the open, the guys that run well here tend to have a lot of laps, but I also said the guy's got to be comfortable. Schatz looking really comfortable right now. That car rolling around there really nice.
One more time around, and there's Jason Solwald. How close do you think Solwald is to winning his first World of Outlaws feature?
Oh, he's close. He's been close. They've been really fast. They just need some luck and some things to go their way.
Yeah, I have a feeling he's going to get that before 2007 is over. Donnie Schatz will sit on the pole for the Kings Royal tonight. Jason Solwald will be outside the front row. It'll be Kerry Madsen and Chad Kemenaugh in row 2. And then it will be Brandon Wimmer and Craig Delansky in row number 3. So the first 3 rows for tonight's 40-lap feature event have been set. The winner of the Crane Cams Dash is Donnie Schatz from Fargo, North Dakota, the points leader in the World of Outlaws standings and the defending champion in the series. It looked pretty uneventful out there for him, Brad. There's the order of finish. Schatz, Solwald, Kerry Madsen. The R next to his name as he is a rookie with the World of Outlaws, despite winning track championships in the past at Knoxville and in his home country of Australia. And so there it is. Well, Tony Stewart is the man who owns the Eldora Speedway. He bought it from Earl and Bernice Baltus. Sean Buckley caught up with T-Stu a little bit earlier.
Most of you race fans out there in TV land know Tony Stewart as a NASCAR star. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Owner of the Eldora Speedway. Tony, how important is it for you to be here tonight?
Well, I mean, it's one of our big races, obviously, and having Crown Royal here for the Kings Royal, it's a big event that, you know, being in Chicago for the weekend, it's made it easy for us to get back here and make sure that everything goes smooth.
With your schedule, how do you do it?
You just make time to do it. I mean, that's the hard part, but, you know, guys like myself and Casey Kane made the trip over. Casey's got a car, I've got a car, plus I've got the racetrack. So, you know, it's, like I say, it's a big night. It's it's our biggest wing sprint car race of the year, so there's no way I was going to miss it for the world.
For our new race fans, you're no stranger to the dirt tracks.
Yeah, I actually got a chance to run my 360 wing sprint car a couple weeks ago here at the Old Spice Summer Sizzler, so I got a chance to come out and do a little running myself, but there's no way that I'm ready to run a 410 cubic inch World Outlaw car around here.
You know, driving in here, you see all the campers. It's almost like Woodstock out here at Eldora Speedway, but this has to be one of the reasons why you bought this place.
Yeah, and, you know, having Earl and Bernice give me their blessing and wanting me to take this place over for them was kind of the push we needed. I mean, you know, anytime that you've got somebody like Earl and Bernice that spent the first 50 years of this racetrack's history building this to what it is, you know, people give us a lot of the credit, and it's not us. It was Earl and Bernice that made the history of this place and the prestigious events like the Kings Royal and the World 100 and the Dream. Those are things that Earl and Bernice did to make this place as special as it is, and I just get to be a part of it and just appreciate the fact that they had the faith in me to turn the keys over to me.
Very special night here at Eldora Speedway. Tony Stewart in the house supporting his own team and racetrack.
Tony Stewart's done a lot for sprint car racing, Brad, and one of the smartest things he did was not mess with the Kings Royal.
Absolutely, keeps it the tradition alive. But the thing I noticed there, he says he's not ready for a 410. I talked to him at the Summer Sizzler the other night. He said a wing sprint car is the hardest race car that he has ever to try to figure out, and he hasn't quite figured it out yet.
Well, one day we will see Tony Stewart behind the wheel of a World of Outlaws sprint car. I think I can almost guarantee you that. We'll be back with more of the Super Clean Summer of Money. The other day, drivers getting together for a benefit for the World of Outlaws Benevolent Fund, doing a little golf in theirs. Tony Bruce Jr. getting a couple swings in. There's Darren Pittman. A lot of people having fun.
Giving these guys a chance to get together off the racetrack.
Danny and Donnie Schatz. Sprint car racing coming your way next Sunday, 12 Eastern. The World of Outlaws powered by Q. Super Clean Summer of Money heads to Lernerville Speedway for the Don Martin Memorial Silver Cup, another one of the big races during the calendar year. Looking forward to that one. 12 Eastern, 9 a.m. on the West Coast, 6 a.m. if you're hanging loose in Hawaii. Let's get down to Sean, who's with the winner of the dash.
All right, thanks, Bobby. The Crane Cams Dash winner, Donnie Schatz. Donnie, you put yourself in prime position all night. This is the best possible spot. Only 40 laps separate you and $50,000.
Well, I don't know if it's a prime spot, but it's definitely a lot better than some of the other fast cars that are going to have to come through the B and stuff. So we just done a 180-degree change with this car, and I thought it was good before, but it's really good now. And she's up to me now. I got to make 40 good laps, and you know, see if we can't get that Kings Royal victory. We've been close a couple times. But we're going to do everything in our power tonight, try to get that 40th lap taken care of.
Our last few TV races, things haven't gone so good for Donnie Schatz. All smiles right now, but you got a lot left on the table.
Well, I think we're pushing all the table we can push here, but you know, we've got some people helping us out here, and everybody that stands behind this team is just it's phenomenal. And I want to thank them for all their support, as well as, you know, hey, we're here at the Kings Royal, we're sitting on the pole. We're just ecstatic to be in that position, and now it's my turn to try to see what I can do.
You've got the Gold Cup win in Chico. You got the Williams Grove National Open. You've got the Knoxville Nationals win. The only big win you do not have is right here at Eldora Speedway. How much would it mean to you to win this year?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a good night any way you look at it. I guess any one you walk away from is a good one anymore, but this is really the only big race that I haven't been able to capitalize on, and Man, tomorrow's either going to wake up good or bad. It's going to be good victory and have that crown and take 50 grand of Tony's money, or I'm going to be upset and have to come back again next year. But that's all part of racing. You just have to take the spoils with the victories.
Well, guys, by the look on his face, he is very, very confident here at the Big E.
Well, Donnie Schatz finished second here last year, Sean, and 5 times the driver who finished second the year previous has come back to win it. Joey Saldana leads the Super Clean Summer of Money point standings, where